awaken the mind-body-spirit connection. I am aware of radiance in my toes. I am aware of radiance in my feet. I am aware of radiant light in my ankles. I am aware of radiance in my shins and in my calves. I am aware of radiance in my knees. I am aware of radiance in my thighs and my hips. I am aware of radiance in my abdomen. I am aware of radiance in my solar plexus. I am aware of radiance in my chest. I am aware of radiance from the base of my spine all the way to the top of my spine. And very gently, I bring my awareness of this radiance all the way up my spine to the top of my head. And using my creative imagination, yes, that's right, I just make it all up, I make a little opening at the top of my head. I let my awareness move through this opening, and I let it go instantly to the centre of creation, wherever that is, simply by willing it to be there at the centre of creation. I will to be at the centre of creation now. I will to be at the centre of creation now. I will to be at the centre of creation now. For many people, the centre of creation is sensed about 6 inches above the head. And as I arrive at this point of consciousness, I see that all of creation is filled with this radiance, this light, this illumination, pulsing, shimmering, iridescent, vibrating. And I just let myself be enveloped in this radiance, embraced in this radiance. I merge with this radiance. I become one with this radiance. And as I do, I realize that this radiance is the creative force of all light, and this force has many names. And one name I can give it is unconditional love. The unconditional love of creation for all of itself. And since I share in this creation, since I am part of this creation, I know that I share in this unconditional love. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. And now, I draw this light down to the top of my head into my brain. And I let the consciousness of all the cells in my brain receive this radiance as a gift from myself for functioning perfectly. I let this radiance flow into my forehead area, and I let the consciousness of all the cells in my forehead receive this radiance as a gift from myself for giving me perfect inner vision, perfect insight. This is often experienced as a very physical feeling, a tingling or a pulsing in the centre of my forehead, and my inner vision gently opens and strengthens. And now I let this light flow through my eyes, my optic nerves, my nose, my sinuses, my ears, my mouth, my throat. I let the consciousness of all the sense organs in my head receive this radiance as a gift from myself for functioning perfectly. I let this radiance flow down my arms into my open hands, where, after a moment, I turn my palms so they are facing upwards. I let the consciousness of all the cells in my hands receive this radiance as a gift from myself for giving me a perfect touch, a perfect creativity, a perfect strength. This is often experienced as a very physical feeling. I realize that I am holding a radiant ball of healing crystal light in the palms and in the fingertips of my hands. And as I can feel this healing light in my palms, I know, in fact, that I have brought this healing light to the consciousness of every cell in my body. It is simply that in my hands I can feel it very clearly, very strongly. And now, I offer this healing light to all those who have requested help or healing from me at any time, that each may use this healing light in whatever way is most appropriate for that person's evolution. And here, I see or I think of each person that I offer this healing light to. I offer this healing light to all those whose names do not come to me at the moment, that those persons too may share in this healing light. And now, I offer this healing light to all those who have died, that they may receive it in whatever way is most appropriate for that person's evolution. And here I see or I think of each person who has died who I'm sending this healing light to. And I offer this healing light to all those who have died, whose names do not come to me at this moment, that those persons too may receive this healing light. And now, I offer this healing light to all those persons whom I have loved, who I love now, or who I ever will love. Here I see or think of each person. And I offer this healing light to all those who I have loved, love now, or ever will love, whose names do not come to me at this moment, that those persons too may share in this healing light. Now, I offer this healing light to my own heart center. And I let the consciousness of all the cells in my heart receive this light as a gift from myself for giving me perfect unconditional self-love, perfect unconditional love of myself. And now, I tune in, I feel joy in my heart as it realizes that I have actually merged back with the source of my own being, that I am no longer alone, and that I am connected with this source eternally. And I thank my heart for pumping the lifeblood through my body every moment of this life, that I am no longer alone, but connected with that source. And with each beat of my heart, not only is it pumping the blood, but also this radiance to my lungs, to my chest, to my solar plexus, to my abdomen. I let the consciousness of all the cells, of all the organs, the glands, the systems, the muscles, the bones, receive this radiance as a gift from myself for functioning perfectly. Once again, I just let this healing radiance flow down over my head, my face, my shoulders, my back. I realize that I'm sitting in a cascade of radiant healing light flowing in, through, and around my whole self. And knowing that I can renew this energy whenever I want, I let it flow over my hips and thighs, my knees, my shins and calves, my ankles, my feet, my toes. And because I have been very conscious and very wide awake, when I want, I can gently open my eyes.